Hey, my name is Ivan, and today we're taking a look at the Transformers War for Cybertron Earthrise and/or Kingdom Leader Class Optimus Prime. And yes, I bought another Optimus Prime figure, and I don't regret it. This Optimus is from the new Netflix Transformers series, and Earthrise is the second chapter in this trilogy of Transformers War for Cybertron. And I'm very excited because Earthrise will be available to watch on December 30th on Netflix. I'm not paid, I'm not sponsored, okay? And even though Optimus still looks like the Siege version judging from the trailer, I am dying to know how this Earthrise Optimus is going to play out. Either as an upgraded form of Optimus when he eventually gets to Earth, or some kind of toy trickery, and that Optimus will never change his appearance in the show. Then again, the painting and the sculpting on his figure is very good. A spitting image of the classic G1 Optimus Prime with just a bit of realistic detail. This Optimus is the perfect blend of G1 and realism, and not like the ones from the Bumblebee movie that is so realistic I want to die. And the trailer just adds a touch of the original toy, and even though I don't have the original toy, it puts a smile on my face. But the Earthrise cab is a little bit more realistic and kind of futuristic and alien-like, with those blue windshields and lights. And speaking of alien, here is the Siege one for comparison. And you can see that the Siege one is more alien-esque and more Cybertronian and not Earth-like. Size comparisons. FiguartsMini MADOKA KANAME, 1954 Godzilla, Masterpiece MP10 Optimus Prime, the Figuartsmini Standard Kamen Rider Decade. This figure is also great partly because of the super easy transformation. How easy? I'll show you. And here we have the robot mode. Absolutely brilliant engineering and amazing figure. It just looks so good. Perfect proportions and perfect look. But when you turn him around, the illusion falls apart a bit. But I actually don't mind the very obvious kibble here. I think there was no way for them to do any better, considering the very easy transformation. This figure is excellent in every way. Even the tiniest of details are done well. And just for comparison, here is the Siege one. And you can definitely tell how Earthrise improved upon Siege in many ways. The kibble management, the back, everything is just so much better than the Siege one. But moving Prime to the side, let's talk about the trailer. You can flip this thing up to stand up the trailer. And of course, it opens to reveal not a lot of things. But the detail here is amazing. And eagle-eyed viewers probably already noticed the ion cannon hanging around here. Removing that real quick, you can see there are ports here so you can store your armory. And also the anti-aircraft gun. A hinge joint, swivel, ball joint, and a ball joint. But that's not all the aircraft gun can do. You can remove the aircraft gun entirely and plug it into Optimus Prime's back. And you can also remove this thing from here and plug it in his hand. And take the ion cannon, fold it out, and that slides in. This feature is toyetic, but actually kind of cool. But that's not all the trailer can do. You can lay Optimus Prime down on it like he's sleeping or being repaired. You can also stand the whole thing up and put Optimus in there, and it looks like a proper repair station. And now for my criticism. When I first heard and saw pictures of this figure, my heart raced. I've been waiting and waiting, and when it finally dropped, I went to the nearest store, my heart almost at my throat, and then I see the price tag. And my heart sank all the way down to my butthole. Why in the ever-loving foul wow is this figure $500? This figure is not worth the leader class price tag, and that's the main reason why I didn't get this figure until Christmas when it was on sale. But back to the good things. Ball joint at the head. Every ball joint can be a swivel, can look up that far and look down that far. Rotation of the shoulder, arm moves out. Bicep swivel. 90 degrees of bend at the elbow. Wrist swivel, fingers are on a hinge joint, which looks kind of a natural and kind of a necessary. Limited swivel at the waist, but you can flip up these wheels and half transform this thing, and now he has a very good waist swivel. He can kick, move back, not that far. Thigh swivel, which is something that improved upon Siege. Siege did not have a thigh swivel, but something that Siege did better is that Siege had a knee swivel, but this guy doesn't have a knee swivel. Bend at the knee, pivot at the ankle, and a very beautiful spread. FiguartsMini MADOKA KANAME, 1954 Godzilla, the transform element OP leader. And the final feature that this figure does have, which surprised me because this wasn't available on the Siege version, but now it is here. You can open up his window chest and see the matrix of leadership inside. And of course it's removable. Okay. And a little bit unfortunate, mine had a little bit of paint mishap here, so $500. This figure is $500. $500, everyone. And he can't really hold it, but of course you can just slide it in his hand, and that's kind of looks like he's holding it. Or you can do this and have him raise it up like Hot Rod. I don't know why you would want Optimus to be like Hot Rod, considering Hot Rod is the one that got him killed, but okay, I'm done with